Hi, this is Brenda, and I'm giving you a tour of my craft room. And this is kind of a before video. I did a little rearranging after this. This is my door into my room and the wreath I have on my door. This I call the ribbon wall for obvious reasons. I have a couple of visitors helping me on the tour. And that's my calyx from IKEA, and I have some Michaels cubes throughout the room. I rearrange a few of these when I rearrange my room. There's my Stampin' Up! Current inks and markers, re-inkers, and stamps. My large table takes up quite a bit of the room, but it holds a lot of things and it gives a nice work surface. And it's just two of the 9 cube bookshelves from Home Depot. I believe they're Martha Stewart. And I got the white board from the local hardware store for the top. And I have a Raskog under there with current Stampin' Up! Cardstock in there, and you can see the clear blocks. There's some retired punches under the desk. My iMac and a bunch of stuff. There's my Big Shot Plus. It didn't normally sit there. It was moved for the rearranging. I had kind of started before I videoed this. That was my Carl cutter down there, and that's just kind of a display up there. That's art bins with assorted things in them. Another Raskog. That one's actually my daughter's stuff at the moment. And this is kind of a hot mess over here in this corner because I had moved stuff to start rearranging already. There's my Alex unit, my Billy bookcase that holds all of my retired stamps except for Christmas and Halloween. I have a few stamps. There's my Copics TV that's necessary, and some old Stampin' Up! Catalogs. There's some albums in the Michaels cubes. And there was a dog. Just a few decorative items. And it's obviously kind of messy right at the moment. So that's the tour, the before tour. Here's the after tour. I redecorated the wreath for Valentine's. And as you can see, I moved the big table up against the ribbon wall. And so the IKEA Calyx unit is on the other wall, actually. I did not put it under the table. It's behind the door. I have adhesives hanging on the shoe organizer, or in the shoe organizer, and some twine up on that thing, and a stamp case shelf, retired punches, retired Biggs dies from Stampin' Up. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and so I try to keep my current items together. There's another shot of the ribbon wall. When I videoed this, I was trying to go a little slow. I'm fairly new at doing videos, so bear with me here. And that's the table. A couple Michaels cubes on the end there, and under, you can, I don't know if you can see, that 9 cube unit is still under there. I flipped it around so I can still get to the things in it if needed. I'd like to reorganize some of the drawers and maybe purge a few things, but I haven't gotten that far yet, so. That mouse you see hanging is for the cat. And there's 2 Raskogs there. The left one is my daughter's stuff, and the right one is mine. It's got Stampin' Up! Mostly the current occasions catalog items. There's a 9 cube shelf full of just miscellaneous things. And I move the iMac into the corner. And down on the floor in the corner is kind of a hot mess. I did get that cleaned up later because it was bothering me. But my iMac is just sitting on the cubes. My chair will spin around, and I don't really need like a desktop in front of me because my keyboard can go in my lap if I need it to. So, and that's the Kallax, or the, excuse me, Raskog under my desk with current Stampin' Up! Cardstock and clear blocks and accessories in there. And you will see in just a minute I have a little issue one-handed putting the Raskog back under the table. But that's how I store my cardstock, half sheets and smaller. The scraps are in little pocket, and each has a color tab on it. It just helps me use up the scraps before I cut into a bigger piece. The basket has a cutter and catalog in there and a few other things. Snacks. And the shelf right above the iMac, I love it. My dad made it for our old house to fit in a window, and that was a long story, but about a week or 2 after this video, that little shelf kind of fell a little bit. So this is my new Vagabond 2, and the stuff to use it. It's a wonderful machine. There's my perpetual birthday calendar. And that post-it flag helps me keep track of which card I need to mail next, so I don't get confused. We have a lot of birthdays in our family and close friends. So this again is current Stampin' Up! Ink, re-inkers, and markers, and then current stamps down below. did change a little bit because underneath it is the Kallax unit and not the Michaels cubes. And I can do, if you guys want, just let me know and I can do a different video with showing what's in each of the drawers. Just because I haven't had time to go through them for a while, I didn't really want to open all of them right now because they're kind of a mess. There's my Big Shot Plus and my Carl cutter. And there's the display unit. Well, that's what I use it for, from Michaels. Or it used to be available at Michaels. I don't think they have it anymore. This cabinet came from a Kmart several years ago. I've had it for a long time, but it holds a lot of stuff. And this holds my unopened cardstock sheets and then 12 by 12 cardstock. Current Stampin' Up! Is on the right on the top shelves, and Retired is on the left. And just different things on the bottom two shelves, like extra supplies or travel bags and containers and stuff. This next unit, that's from Harbor Freight. It holds a lot of fun goodies in there. And these are my art bin containers, just different 12 by 12 papers and or kits, etc. is in there. That silhouette cover is actually on my brother's Scan and Cut. I don't have a silhouette, but I wanted a cover for it, and that fits pretty nicely. My Alex unit just holds different things for like the Scan and Cut and a lot of other things. There's my Billy bookcase again with all of my Retired and non-Stampin' Up! Stamps and dies, and embossing folders. Like the current stuff is over in the other spot, and then Halloween and Christmas is in a different spot because I don't have room on the Billy bookshelf for all of them. And there's my travel bags for going to crops and stuff. A step stool is folded up there. That's kind of necessary. I'm not super short, but this is Michaels cubes with my albums. 8.5 by 11 cardstock is in those, like that middle-ish row, or that is the middle row, I guess. There's my Copics, TV, Stampin' Up! Catalogs, stencils, and then there's some smaller albums. Just holds a lot of stuff in there. And like I said, I need to go through the drawers. So if you hear something in the background right now, it's just my dogs are coming in to see me, sorry. So those albums I'm trying to get filled up. I'm behind on scrapbooking. My daughter is 14 and I'm about ready to start on 2008 right now. So I'm a little behind, but it's going pretty quickly because I just kind of started on it last year. So, and there's a washi tape holder. That is a cross-stitch picture that my mom did several years ago. She redid her living room area and was gonna not hang it up, so I asked if I could have it. Those fabric, I think they're fat quarters, were my aunt's. She passed away last year and I got those. There's a still shot of the current Stampin' Up! And inks, and then my album cubes, and then the punches under the desk, just to show you they're on the Bygel rails.